gonna be late. Let's go. What's going on, guys? We are back again with another first place undefeated deck profile with Mr. Jalen Eastman, the king of, I don't know, what do we call it? I don't want to say jank because it's not jank. I think it's...
Well, you can call it kitchen sink, but
kitchen sink.
It's ABC pile, basically.
Cool.
But without some of the good pile. Yeah.
ABC...
Pile, but less good.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
It'll make sense in the profile.
Yeah, so Jalen went undefeated at our OTS charity event today, scoring himself a beautiful World Championship 2018 playmat.
Yep.
Which is really, really cool. Yep. Good throwback
Flash it for the camera, everyone. Upside down.
There it is.
If I can get a grip on it, there we go.
What a beautiful mat.
Absolutely flawless.
We love it. So talk to us about your rounds, Jalen.
So round one, we were up against Good Power Reese on Fire King Structure Deck. Unfortunately, because it was on the Structure Deck and Structure Deck alone, the power wasn't, it wasn't a whole lot he could do.
So was it the 3 decks put together or just a single individual Structure Deck?
Three combined. So like, it was good.
Yeah.
It just...
It's the first day it's come out, he's learning, so...
Everyone's learning the deck still, you know, it's completely understandable. Plus, structure deck only, lower power ceiling, you know, what can you do?
Yeah.
Round two was against Labyrinth, actually, Keenan, Good Power Keenan. Now, game one was kind of odd. He bricked.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Suboptimal.
Very suboptimal, yeah. Having to Chandra for a Chandra, for example.
Oh, okay.
That's,
sure.
You know,
sure.
only one big one. So he took that.
Bit disappointing.
But it was a very big range, though.
Yeah.
Like, we went to like 15 minutes. Game two slowly just cleaned up and like just outpaced it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Round three was against Cyber Dragon with our good pal Brandon, who works here.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to all the everyone here at the store running the event. Absolutely, just could not do anything without them. Great guys. Naturally, being Cyber Dragon, I was absolutely just losing it. Like, machine deck versus Cyber Dragon. If you don't know, you lose your board, basically, by just the sheer existence of it. It is very scary. Luckily, ABC is somewhat able. However, they opened two of them. Oh, GG, shake my hand. You know, but we took it.
Yeah.
And round four against cameraman himself, Thomas.
Woohoo! Big fella.
Did well with his Horus Adventure, PK, all the
kitchen sink.
Good kitchen sink. We took it in the end, though. Time rolls are unfortunately the way they are.
What it is.
But yeah, it was very close at the very least.
It always is.
Yeah.
Cool. All right,
generally, it's back and forth for us too, at least.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's jump into the deck.
We are going to begin with our mainstay pieces. We got our 2 Assault Core, 2 Buster Drake, and 2 Crush Wyvern. Some question, why not run 3B? I do not think it's correct in the slightest, because none of them are particularly good to open, oddly enough. You would rather have Hanger. If anything, this is the least bad to open, but like, if I have Revolution Synchron, for example, I would bump this to 3 instantly, maybe. So, you know, we have that. Spoilers, by the way, sorry. And the lad himself that loves to clog my hand, Union Driver. Why can Hanger not equip from hand? I don't know, but, you know, he's too important to not run. Maybe run 2? No. But then we've got the most important card in the deck, Union Hanger. This card alone got me back into the game after a long hiatus during Pendulum Era. And I have not looked back since, even as mediocre as it is. And then, you could say so. This field spell will revolutionize field spells for the foreseeable future. And then we have Hanger at Home in 2 Unauthorized Reactivation. Essentially does the same thing, except it can also equip from hand, so I guess it can unclog Driver.
Yeah, okay.
It's something.
Would you put it at 3 or just have to
I might put it... Oldest, I would run it at 3. but as more and more good stuff comes out, it's become less and less necessary.
Yeah, okay.
Newer variations, I'm going to cut it entirely because it doesn't do enough on its own, and you need a piece to make it work, right? However, with Alistair Invoker, it has fun synergy, so yeah, maybe play with that again.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many in the main deck? 40?
40. Yep. We are on 40. And then we have the next section of it, the Therion package. 1 Regulus and 2 Discolosseum. Realistically should be 3 Discolosseum, but plainly I am a goober and I just didn't do it.
Yeah, well, you want to probably keep it clean 40 as well, don't you?
Well, that's partly it, but also if I do that, I'll just cut a reactivation, to be honest.
Yep.
And then the next Field Spell engine, we've got Destrudo, the Lost Dragon's Prison, and Triple Ravine to send it. Now, unfortunately, this is another driver situation. So many times you will draw Ravine, and then top deck the Prison himself. Not open it, you will draw into it, and you will cry. But I mean, it's still a good card to draw.
Yeah.
And then Terraforming, set rotation. We are on so many spell cards. This card hasn't been banned, thankfully. So
It's a good card.
good card. Hey, it shuts off Imperm. That's a bonus.
Yep.
And then we have the next section of the pile, the adventure pile. We got our Dracobag, Faithful, etc., etc. You know the ratios if you've kept up with adventure anything. So triple right, triple enchantress, Dracobag, Griffin. It's Faithful. It's standard, very standard.
The only other time it's optimal to run 2 right is in my build of Phantom Knights. Like every PK Horus adventure build only runs double right.
Yeah.
So
I consider running double right as well. However, the token itself in an awkward hand can convert into an Ancient Fairy Dragon. So it's something. More level 4s than more level 4s. And hey, on a rare occasion, the token can be material for Ahashima if your hand is just that bad.
yeah.
But anyway, got Foolish Burial to enable all kinds of things, If you open the Therion Regulus, you just send a piece to get it immediately. You Foolish for an Enchantress or a Dragon's Prison. Depends what you really need, right? And then for the staples, we're on 9 non-engine staples. We're on the Imperm, we're on the Blows. And then we are main decking the Beaver. Because I have been hurt too many times.
Yep. It's good bait for the Griffin Rider.
It definitely is whenever people are on adventure. But, unfortunately he played around it, so I couldn't do much with that.
Alright, let's see
And
the extra deck.
Extra deck, we are going to begin with the most important lad himself, 3 ABC. Now, you can come too easily, but I love him too much to do so. I cannot run any less than 3, plus sometimes the third comes up. Very bad reasoning, I know, but he is my boy. He stays at max, no matter what. And I'm so thankful Master Duel finally, like almost a year ago at this point, put him back to 3 copies. 1 copy of him was just not enough. Next, we have our Ancient Fairy Dragon. Now, Ancient Fairy Dragon, being unbanned, so huge for the deck. Genuinely one of the best things to happen. This enabled so much of a higher ceiling thanks to it. There is so much potential you can do, thanks to it also being level 7 alongside Griffin Rider. So you can do Xyz plays like Draco Sack, or you can play stuff like Flare Metal if you're feeling spicy.
Taxman.
Yeah. You don't need Taxman, but it's funny, and it's mental damage.
Psychologicaldamage.com.
Yeah. And we have our Spring End section for Merrymaker to go into Sargass to search out our Regulus. Sometimes you need to do this, and this is probably the best rank 4 you could go for outside of Baguska, but I don't really feel like I need Baguska, so there you go. And now, more links. We got Platinum Gadget, the most important link monster in ABC still to this day, just because you can summon a piece from hand after you get your search going. Because you're not always going to be piece clogged, sometimes you will just have very little pieces. This build aims to draw them as little as possible, and just get them off Hanger. So Hanger does your shenanigans, you go into this, you get your last summon, easy peasy. And then we have generic Eric right here, Phoenix. You know what he does. IP Masquerena, another very important part of the end board. Just using up your ABC pieces to go into an Appaloosa is pretty huge, just as an example. Ironically, I almost never do that. I usually end up doing something else. Now we have Juki Ahashima. Now, I've seen some lists cut this entirely, and I completely understand why. But I feel like it just does way too much for awkward hands. Because, for those who don't know, why would you know what Ahashima does? It's the worst of the type support. But essentially, 2 monsters of the same level, you summon 1 from hand and 1 from graveyard. This is very, very important for going into stuff like Merrymaker because you trigger your pieces alongside making the Merrymaker or Baguska or whatever you choose to do. Just incredible. The only downside is you can't use them as link material, which I hate. I have genuinely had builds where I had to use ABC to banish him off the field because it's so terrible. Luckily, this isn't one of those.
Yeah, okay.
Next, Lina. Kind of just a filler. It comes up in stuff like Cyber Dragon matchups, for example, any light base decks. It's nice. Plus, it searches the Soul Core when it dies, so that's something.
Yep.
Unicorn. It's Unicorn. I don't need to say anything.
The Unicorn does unicorn things.
Avermax.
Does Avermax things.
This is my main target, UCO 5P, because my board is usually more tailored to hits. Because generally, best case scenario, Griffin Rider, Regulus, ABC, that's 3 interactions already, plus ABC can, do his shenanigans to get more back.
And Ash in hand.
Yeah, sometimes you just have the Ash too. But yeah, this fella, just simply being able to redirect attacks is so insane. Like, everything else is just bonus. You have Appaloosa. You just make it off the ABC pieces in IP. It's that simple. Regardless, you out-G strategies or any other shenanigans going on. Pretty basic stuff.
Pretty solid stuff. And last but not least, we'll talk about the side deck.
Yes, siding the deck, as we say in the place.
Of the things.
Yes, many things. So, triple evenly, because back row matchups are a absolute blight for me. But it comes up in others. Cosmic Cyclones and Feather Duster because I hate back row a lot. Please stop playing Labyrinth. Triple Droplet. This has very good synergy with ABC actually, because if you have this on your opener turn, right, you can send anything that's equipped to like any unions, right? And very spicy ruling thing. They are treated as monsters instead of Droplet. Despite being equipped spells, it is very, very whack. But we accept it, and also it's just generally good.
Yeah.
Draw because draw, like literally, and Dark Roller because Dark Roller. Like the deck doesn't OGK that often, but so you don't really care about losing damage. You just want to set it and break.
Just turns everything off.
Yeah, turns everything off, and ABC is enough recursion to still.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, my friend. Do you have any shoutouts?
I have 2 very important shoutouts actually. 3. First of all, Eric. I am so proud of you for how much progress you've made in the last 2 weeks. You and your burger deck with novels, you are doing surprisingly well. Proud of you, man. Now, Nelson. I'm so sorry, buddy. It's terminal, but one day you will find Aladdin's house. I don't expect it to happen, but good luck with you. And finally, Gone, my good friend Gonzalez. I'm sorry, I'm not playing Unchained anymore. But hey, you can appreciate it all you want. More for you.
Awesome. Cheers, brother.
Bye.